I love this quote by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I think I got the name right. Here's how it goes. The mystery of human existence lies not in just staying alive, but in finding something to live for. And while I'm at it, let me give you one more quote by Bishop T.D. Jakes. If you can't figure out your purpose, figure out your passion, for your passion will lead you right into your purpose. Well, if you have never thought so much about your life, your work, your purpose, well, it was about time. And even if you have been doing that, it's great to revisit and look. Life is changing so fast. It's literally at the speed of thought, especially in the era that we live in, especially in the times that we live in. Look, I have not yet gotten to setting goals with you. We are still making the foundation, and the foundation of goals is built on purpose. And I want to make the foundation so solid, so deep, and so sturdy that no matter what your goals are, they will stick. No matter what your vision and aspiration is, you will know how to get there in style, with grace, and with finesse, and add to it effortlessly. And one of the best words in that I like is effortless. And I guarantee you, it will be such a pleasure, such a smooth ride, so effortlessly, if you actually get down to doing what I'm asking you to. See, I'm not experimenting with you. It's not like you do, let's see what will happen, and then I will be able to correct course ahead. No, I have tried this with myself and with millions of people that I have worked with. My purpose is to make people successful, and I have been successful at it for 26 years. And I am giving you the effortless, the most beautiful, pleasurable ride ever. Let me tell you a story, okay, if you do not believe me. And the story is led by a young Veer. So there was one time that, Veer's father was doing something very important. It was the pandemic era where, everybody was stuck at home. And this little young boy, Veer, kept coming and disturbing his father and said, play with me, play with me. And the father got fed up. He had work to do. So what he did was, he saw the newspaper lying on the side, and on it was the world map. He said, perfect. He took the world map, he tore it into several pieces, and he told Veer, look, here is a puzzle for you, jigsaw puzzle. These are pieces of the world, put it together and come back to me, and then we will play. Okay, and Veer's father was just so excited. He said, oh my God, this is amazing. Every time he comes to disturb me and says, play with me, I'll say, first go fix the world, and it's going to take a few days and weeks, and I am set. And while he was working on his laptop, within 30 minutes, the little fellow comes and tells his dad, come play with me. And the father says, hey, first go fix the world. And he said, oh, I fixed it. And the father was shocked. He said, it's impossible. You don't even know which city we live in. You're so young. We've never even traveled out to the world. You don't even know what the world is. How did you fix it? And he comes and he sees on the table is sitting a perfectly put together world map. And the father is so shocked. He said, how did you do it? And the little Veer looked up at his dad and said, Dad, behind the world was the face of Shah Rukh Khan. All I did was I put the man together and the world came together. You know how easy that is? Come on, if you told the little boy to fix the world, he wouldn't be able to do it in a day, in a week, in a year, for a lifetime. You couldn't put it together if it was given to you into torn up pieces. All you have to do is put the man together. And by the way, when I say man, I also mean woman. Okay, let's say put the woman together and the world comes together. It's that easy. Just fix yourself, just fix your world, just fix your attitude, just fix your purpose, and the whole world will come together. Now that is the effortless way. That is the pleasurable way, that you didn't have to change a thing outside. You just changed yourself, something you have total and absolute control over. Now let's review this day-wise very quickly, and we will keep coming back to this because this is the basic, this is the foundation. You've already written what your purpose is, what your strengths are, what your talents are, what you love to do. Review it regularly. Put it up on the wall. Put it up somewhere that you can see it. Save it as a screensaver. You need to internalize it. This wasn't just to write one time. This is to have such an input in you that it becomes firm and solid. This is who I am. So when somebody tells you, are you crazy? Are you nuts? You're a loser. Can't you get this right? You know who you are. They don't. And you know what? When you know who you are, you act out of it. It's only when you are confused, you accept other people's definitions, and in your acceptance, you begin to act out of it. You want to revisit it and relook at it as much as you can. And then what you did very beautifully was you defined your purpose, and then you designed and defined your personality. And as you did that, you evoked that in you and you brought it out to the forefront. It's like a queue, only 10 seats left and there's a queue of 100 people. Yes, there are 100 traits. Let's say out of that 90 are negative, but only 10 seats are empty. So the first 10 get in, and the first 10 are your strengths, are your gifts, are your talents, are your special qualities, and that's what will get in. And when the gate shuts at 10, the 90 that you didn't like, the 90 qualities that you felt, were holding you back, well, they don't get into the game at all. You know how we are going to play. It's going to be fun. Then you sat and created the ideal scene. Did you not feel the power coming in? That look, it's not just about the goals, it's about the holistic living that you're looking at. That when you get to the goals, you are there standing solid. That your success is sustainable. Not only you know how to do it, people want what you have. They also want to be who you are, what you stand for. And that is true success defined in your ideal scene. And lastly, I want you to revisit this again, are the 6 reasons why you are not there. Remember, between your ideal scene and your current scene is the bridge of purpose. And what's holding you back could be something so small and so basic that when you change that, 100 other things change. When I go for workshops to organizations, they give me a long list of things that are wrong. Let's say 30 things that are wrong. And I say, look, out of these 30, I'm only going to touch upon these 3 points. And they say, oh, 3 points? And we should pay you for all of that. And I say, look, when these 3 are gone, the other 27 solve themselves. 3 is still a large number. If you look at the domino effect, all you have to do is tick one off and the entire row collapses. That's how powerful identifying that primary thing which has to do with you. And I must congratulate you. You are a person of immense courage and immense determination and committed to your success if you have taken responsibility that, look, if things are not working out, then I am to blame. I am the reason. And the reward for that is, if it is you, you can change it. And change you will. Change, I ensure you will. I am with you on that journey. And if you do this every day, trust me, in that day you will write a life well lived, a life well lived, a life well lived. And if that is what you can do on a daily basis, trust me, a life well lived will become a lifestyle for you. See, you have to go out and be your friend first, your ally first. People will only respond to what you think of yourself. And see, if the majority of your time is spent in positivity, in creating positivity, you won't have time for fears and negativity. See, when do fears become big for us? When we give them attention. Do you have time for that? You're so busy creating, recreating your life that although the fears exist, I'm not saying they are going to go away instantly, but you don't have time to look at them. And you know what happens when you don't give time and attention to someone? You've been a victim of that angst. They threaten, I will leave you and go away. And that's what your fears are going to do. For lack of attention, for lack of interest, for lack of indulgence, they'll say, no point here. I'll go and trouble someone else. So use the weekend to reflect, to resolve, to re-envision. Write to me if you have concerns, if you have successes. Write to us. Please remember, we are a community. We are a family. I am with you for the next 26 weeks and forever, for how much ever time you choose. And let's keep this communication going. Let's not just make it one way. Write back to me. Put on the discussion board. Put in the comments. You never know, your success, while it may have served you, will also serve to inspire others. You may never know, the expression of your concern will bring support from others, that in solving your worry, they will be liberated from their own. That is the process and reward of help and contribution. And you want to be a genius who not only stands tall on the pedestal himself, but whose hands are forever stretched out to bring others up. Well, my hand is stretched out in empowerment for a high five where you tell me I did it. I did it and succeeded. I did it despite odds. I did it and I failed and I did it again. And here I am, shoulder to shoulder, marching ahead to the life that I want to create and live. I am with you on it, and I will see you next week in the next module.